going to go for global again, because why not? Just a couple of bits of information before we get started. The order of play for global is different than the other games. So it goes Germany, Soviet Union, Japan, and then let's see here, United States, China, United Kingdom, which operates separately. The Europe has its own income, and then
This board makes my brain want to explode.
and then the Far East, which is headquartered out of India, has its own economy. So those are two separate economies for
They
the
take
UK.
the same turn though.
But they do take the same turn. And then you have Italy, which has too many ships there. Anyway, and then Anzac goes. And then last but not least,
What did you just call it?
Anzac.
The hell is Anzac?
I forget what the total
Australia?
name is. Australia and New Zealand. They've
Oh.
got like a.
Yeah, Australia and New Zealand is referred to as Anzac. I know, I know, Heather. I know. If we could go and do a deep dive on the Commonwealths in Canada versus anyway, so and then France.
France. Xander's favorite country.
There's no funny because they basically don't have a turn ever.
So yes, so on Germany's first turn, they're just going to steamroll everything left in France.
Yeah, yeah.
They're going to use Germany.
So are you being Axis again? Xander only ever plays the US.
I've got it this time. Next time when we finish this, we're gonna play Anniversary, and I'll be
He
the
also has a
Allies.
giant canker on his tongue,
Do you
and he
wanna
sounds
see?
like a moron.
Do you want to see?
Okay, so and then not everybody starts out at war with each other. So for
Is it
example,
like the stupid Lord of the Rings where you have to like gear up to?
No, this one's a bit. This one.
this one's based on history though, Heather, because the United States didn't get their act together until Japan was like, guess what? We're bringing you into the war, and then Germany, like a bunch of dopes, was like, okay. We don't know anything about their Germany first plans, but we'll go ahead and declare war on them anyway. Morons. Anyway, so Soviet Union doesn't start out at war with anybody because obviously, if this is the 30,
It's 40.
it's
Right before the invasion
So,
of France.
30
So lowlands have been taken. Norway and Denmark,
yeah.
Poland.
So
So Germany starts at war. Germany and Italy start war with Anzac and Britain and
France.
France.
Get your story straight.
And that includes Anzac
Anzac.
too. You know, there's some Australians in Egypt.
Wasn't there some talk about some new special?
Yes, we'll get to that.
units?
We'll get to
Yes.
that.
Okay.
And then Japan only starts at war with China. The United States can't declare war unless it's declared on by another power.
Until Pearl Harbor is bombed.
Or
Or at the collect income of their third turn, they can declare war when they want. Russia can't declare war until the start of its fourth turn, unless declared on by someone else. Or if London's taken, then they just declare war on Germans. Japan, if they attack France, Anzac, or Britain, they're a package deal along with the Americans. So they can. And then if they attack Russia, Mongolia joins Russia. But if Russia attacks Japan, they say, and just sit there.
We busting out the pointy sticks again?
well, I mean, look at the territory. I mean,
And then we have decided to add new units. So the three big ocean-going navies, we've added light carriers. So normal game's got fleet carriers, which can carry 2 planes
and take two.
and
hits.
take 2 hits. So what we've decided is to add light carriers. They can take 1 hit. They defend at a 1. Is that what we said?
Yeah.
They can't attack, and they can only hold 1 plane. And they cost 10 IPCs. As opposed to the, is it 16? 15?
16.
16, and you have to pay for both planes. So that's like a 32 IPC investment, whereas this is like a $20 IPC investment.
Fancy.
So we'll see how that goes.
And hopefully that allows some flexibility in the island hopping.
Especially the Pacific.
So, do you have to buy those once the game gets a roll in? And none of those are out there?
Since we added them ourselves, they're their own unit. No one starts with them. So.
Yeah, and that's basically, I mean, every country has national objectives. So in the original game, everything was based on collecting territories, but the game designers decided it would be fun to add some national objectives.
To kind of kite you in a semi-historical...
Yeah. So, for example, Italy really wanted to recreate the Roman Empire, so you get a boost if you have everything around certain capitals.
Yeah. If then they have security, like propaganda. If there's no Allied ships in the Mediterranean, they get another 5 IPCs, and then they gain 2 for the oil fields in each of Iraq, northern Persia, and eastern Persia. Eastern Persia might not be part of that. It might just be Iraq.
The Americans get $10 every round for holding the western and eastern and central parts of the United States.
They get another like 5 IPCs for having Alaska, Hawaii, and Mexico.
So if we just control our own shit.
So yeah, you just exist. You get like an extra 20 IPCs. So it says they've got 52 over there. That's a lie. Bunch of fooey, as Moist Critical would say. They've got like
load of dirty barnacles.
Load of dirty barnacles. So.
Okay, well, I guess get excited. One other thing, I think we might start a second like side quest game, so we can be posting this and then another game at
so
the
you
same
guys
time.
understand, this is my wife greenlighting setting up another game in another part of the house.
Another table.
On another
Well,
table.
I feel like
I'm
this
so
game is going to
excited.
take 18 and a half years. I feel like Xander's going to be an old man by the time it's done. So, if you guys want to see a different game, like maybe what was the
Deep Rock Galactic.
Space Ghost Company?
Colt Express is another fun one. That'd be good
that's
for
like a
a
one
one.
time.
That'd be a one, maybe two shot video.
Okay, well, let us know what you want to see.
Woo, woo.
Are you two ready to go?
I was born ready.
Also, we have Goth Peep.
Peg's got for.
It's in honor of Easter coming up. All right, what are we doing?
So, first round, sorry, Germany's turn. I already have my purchases selected. I'm getting 2 infantry, a cruiser, and a destroyer.
So you get a certain amount of money. Each
Germany
round, right?
starts with, what is that, 29?
So Germany are the black ones, so they're all these guys.
Yeah. So I have $2 left over.
So does the book tell you exactly what needs to be set up?
Yes. Yeah, the back of the box. So every country comes in these fancy little boxes, and it gives you the setup. So I just follow that. And then the rule book has some expanded global rules, like 2 of the infantry in Egypt get turned into Anzac infantry, and those Russian units get added over there.
Okay.
So if you were to play individual games, this half right here, these 2
and like
boards.
there's some fiddling with Britain, like the Far East here gets the 2 from West India, and that's taken off of Britain here, but they get the 1 from Canada over there.
I can't see your stick. Okay.
It's
Cool.
just 1 IPC. So there's a little bit of fiddling, but the rulebook planes it out all nice. So
Okay.
I'm going into Normandy, Bordeaux with these 2 tanks and these 2 infantry.
Just turn the light on.
He's what?
Just turn the light on.
I should do what?
Turn the light on your phone.
What are you talking about? The light on my phone?
Fighter. Oh, are you still recording?
Yeah.
Okay, no.
What the hell are you talking about?
Just keep recording.
Weirdo. Fighter from Norway. This submarine. This submarine's gonna go here. This submarine's gonna go there. This submarine's gonna go there.
Okay, hey, chill out.
All these guys from Western Germany. These planes are all gonna go here.
So what kind of movement do these
So-
units have?
So
Tanks and mechanized infantry have a movement of 2 territories. Infantry and artillery are 1. All of the naval units are 2. Fighters can move 4 spaces, and bombers can move 6. The thing with aircraft, though, is they can't land in newly captured territory. They have to land in friendly areas. You cannot purposely sacrifice your planes.
So what's your plan here?
So
I see a flurry of activity.
his plan is to roll right through France. If he does not take France by France's turn,
game's
then
over.
the game's over.
It's
There's
pretty
no
much
way.
Really?
Toast. Yeah.
Yeah.
France has got to go first turn
Why do we even include France then if it's just
because they're
Because that's
important.
how history played it out.
Okay. That is all my combat moves. So now we will go through them all. First, we'll do these ones. So this is a cruiser. So I get a surprise attack on him. So I hit on a 2 or less. Nothing. I'm gonna submerge so that he doesn't flipping get me.
okay?
yeah.
Oh, okay. So how do you know if you're submerged?
I'm just submerged.
It's just a thing that submarines can do.
Oh, okay, but how do you know if it?
He
it's
announces it. Same the way.
So how are you going to remember? You have
this-
845 submarines.
every time, every time you come up for combat, you can submerge again if you want to. Unlike
you
the
just,
Fellowship, you don't have to announce
So
it and then
you
remember
just
it.
assume that they're submerged.
Yeah, it's submerged until my turn again, unless he
Yeah,
sends a destroyer
I-
in there.
Okay, but what if you decide not to? How do you know?
Then the battle continues and we keep fighting. He
Until
submerges
someone dies.
and that's it. The battle is over.
So he doesn't get to shoot back.
I feel like you guys aren't listening to what I'm asking.
Okay, no.
So you want- okay.
Ask it again.
No, I'm
There,
saying-
he's upside down.
Okay, so what if you don't decide not to submerge? Then the round
Then-
turns over.
That
Then your next turn, how do you know it's submerged? You just assume it's submerged?
It actually surfaces. So every time you start a
he's not explaining it very right. It doesn't exist anymore. It's not on the game board until my turn, unless he sends a destroyer in there.
So the sub can be in the same sea zone. If he announces it's submerged, then that's the end of combat. If he doesn't submerge, I get to shoot at him until he either runs away or submerges.
So if I
Okay,
don't
so-
submerge, then
okay,
I'd still have to fight.
So you just keep fighting until you submerge. Okay.
Sorry.
Gonna attack this destroyer. Nothing. But that's a
Yeah.
destroyer, so he gets to shoot
And
back.
my destroyer. Now, normally we'd set up on the battle board,
But
so
these
that,
are like one.
but
unit.
these are ones, so suck 5.
I'm gonna continue. Got him.
You. Oh.
Can you guys chill out here?
Yeah, Dice Gate's gonna happen.
I know, right?
Awesome. So I sink this destroyer, and this transport has no one protecting it, so it also dies. Right here, same dickery do. Do you want to scramble any of these fighters?
Do you want to what?
Scramble.
What the hell does that
So-
mean?
So there's these fighters. There's an air base. So the air base gives coverage. The fighters can go intercept and participate in the battle, even though they're not in the zone. So, and they can do that to sea zones. They can't do that to land, even though it'd be
So
pretty cool
yeah,
if
if
they
you have an air base in a territory, that extends the protection of the fighters.
So this one from Scotland could, or you can do a max of 3 fighters or tactical bombers.
And what he
There's this
wants to
one
do is
fighter.
he wants me to use the Air Force to fend off his submarine as opposed to actual aerial combat. And I know what he's up
Those guys
to.
don't matter, so you're not doing anything.
Yeah. No, my sub is gonna, or your sub is gonna be
Well,
sunk by my destroyer.
got him. Nice.
Oh, I'm not using my
Enjoy a Steven
combat
tantrum.
dice.
Okay, here's some actual fighting.
All right.
We're gonna go on my raid on Scapa Flow.
Oh, that's right. You take the units off and put them on these little boards.
Do you want to scramble the Scotland fighter?
For that one, yes, I do.
Okay. Fighter, battleship, and 2 submarines.
Okay. So that's what you have.
Yer.
Here's what
Yeah,
you
here's
have.
my destroyer.
my cruiser, my battleship, and my.
Okay.
And you're
So my 2 submarines, they hit on 2s and less. Nothing. My fighter got 1. It's on a 3 or less.
Oh, you damaged my battleship.
And my battleship hit 1 more. It hits on a 4 or less.
Now, here's where it gets tricky, right? He's got subs in the fight. Usually, you take your lowest valued unit first, right? So he's got 2 hits on me. 1 hit I can absorb with my battleship.
It's a capital ship, so it takes 2 hits.
So it takes 2 hits to sink it. So if I sink my destroyer, I won't be able to attack his submarines. And he can do the same thing he did, obviously with masterful effect in the Pacific, and sink stuff with those subs. And so I
feel like Satan is speaking.
no, but he knows because I'm gonna take the cruiser.
Good boy. All right. So
This is $8. This is $12. Obviously, you want to keep it. This hits on a 2. That hits on a 3. I mean, it's easily. All right. So my destroyer finally hit something.
Take it on the side.
Suck it. Yes. My cruiser gets to hit back. Oh yeah.
Take it on a sub.
Then my 2 4s, my fighter and my battleship. That's what I'm talking about.
my
2
God.
hits.
I don't think I've ever seen your dad roll like that before.
Well, I'm gonna push. The Scharnhorst has gone down in a blaze of glory. So I just done my battleship. It got a hit though, so it's taking something with it.
Okay, so see now that I've taken out his subs, I feel like I can take the hit on the destroyer. So I can fire the destroyer from my casualty zone, and it misses, of course.
Yeah, it
And
does.
then I love these, my 2 4s,
No hits. No hits. No hits. No hits.
double
You're
6s.
Let's go! No, I didn't hit anything. I also got a 6.
Okay,
I pushed
Alright.
the attack though.
Oh, okay.
and we're gonna go one more time, and this will
What's
finish
the
him off.
Fatsavan?
There we go.
Got
I
it.
got a
Got one.
2.
Okay. I'm toast. Now, the good thing is Scotland up here doesn't have a naval base. So it's damaged until it finds a naval base to repair itself at.
Which
That's right. You lay it on the side, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, I'm tired.
Okay. Are you scrambling the fighters from...
Okay, so what are we doing now?
So now we're
So,
doing the English
that was the
Channel
C
fight.
zone here. Now it's the English.
So are
Channel
you
there.
fighting each, like, country?
So Germany is attacked. So the phase, the order of play is that when you buy your units, you make combat moves, and then you resolve all the combat. So when he was moving stuff around, he
I'm
was
just declaring
engaging,
where I'm going to fight.
Yeah, and so now we're into the
So can he
resolve
fight
all the
as
battles.
much as he wants?
As much as I
Yeah.
have dudes to fight with.
Wherever he goes, he can announce.
So are you going to scramble those fighters? You've got 3 in there. The French fighter and the 2 Spitfires.
How many? You've got 2 bombers, 3 tacticals, and 3 fighters.
Yep.
How come you have a blue guy?
It's the
he's
French. It's a French
destroyer.
cruiser.
Oh,
They're
but
French.
it was in
That's
the
a cruiser.
It is a cruiser.
but it was in the English Channel.
They're together. They're hanging out. Like
Because
buds.
there's British units in with the French that are going to get steamrolled in
Okay.
Paris. Because that's what happened at the beginning of World War II, was that the British Expeditionary Force was in Europe. The whole phony war, peace in our time. And then Hitler was like, well, I'm just going to keep taking territories. I know I signed a piece of paper with you guys. And so the British were there with their professional army. Not a lot. I mean, the French had the bigger on-paper army. Anyway.
This is post Dunkirk. So big German encirclement in the lowlands. So basically, this is whatever's left.
Yeah, so all of the British equipment that was left, and the French.
That's why there's also some French guys in Britain. Some of them got out via Dunkirk. So you taking your planes in?
Yeah, against my better judgment.
This game also has combined arms warfare. So my fighters are escorting basically my tactical bombers. Usually my tactical bombers would fight at a 3. but they are a 1-to-1. If I have a fighter, it moves it up to a 4. So I have my 3
So if I can
fighters.
shoot down these fighters.
You already had a 6 in there.
Whoops. Okay, well, that's 2 hits.
Dice gate.
No, you saw
hits?
that. 2 hits.
This happens every game, though, Heather. Every game, he sinks every last one of my flippin' ships. He sinks the entire British Navy, and it hurts every time.
So what are you taking the damage on?
Battleship, and I'm sorry to say the French cruiser is going first.
And my 5 4s. 4 hits. That's everything. He's toast.
No, that's not.
Oh, that's right. You've got a bunch of fighters.
1, 2, 3.
Sure as hell looks like everything.
I have 1 fighter left.
Okay.
Ouch time now.
Sorry.
This is like the entire Luftwaffe. It's about to go
Sorry.
bye-bye.
I didn't see the one sad little plane.
Yeah, well, everything still gets to fire back at his entire
Okay.
Air Force.
Well,
So,
let's get her done.
As a proud Gungan general once said, ouch time.
all right, my 2 cruisers are firing at 3 or less, and I got 1 hit.
Oof. They got no fighter.
And I have 1, 2, 3, 4 4s. This is where he's gonna really feel it. Not really. He lost 2 more.
I will take a tactical bomber and another tactical bomber.
Okay.
All right. My 2 fighters.
Oh,
You
hang
can
on.
retreat if you
Hang
want.
on.
No,
Chill
I got him.
out.
I got him.
So is that your last?
Yeah, he gets to
Yes.
fire one. His sad little
Yes,
Spitfire.
his sad little Spitfire is going to suck it, shoot down some more of your planes. Never in the history of human events have so many owed so much to so few. It's a Churchill quote.
Okay. Thanks
I
for
am-
that.
I am in my.
Those guys will land on my non-combat move. Now, usually, I'm not at war with the Soviets, but I'm going in. We're blasting.
He's blasting asses.
Yeah. I'm gonna blow up this cruiser here.
You wish.
You didn't. Do you start with a fighter in Leningrad?
So are the Soviets allies?
Yeah. In this game, yes.
Okay, because I was gonna say I feel wasn't Stalin on Hitler's side?
At
No,
the
well-
very beginning, they had a.
Oh, I guess
we won't
Hitler.
fight
I
each
guess
other.
Hitler did invade Russia, didn't he?
Yeah.
That was his downfall.
Well, they had a we will be friends and we'll split Poland in half deal, and so Stalin was like, oh yeah, again, he signed a piece of paper with me. I can totally trust him. And then Barbarossa happened, and whew,
Don't mind the KGB telling him. That's a lot of guys on our border.
So do you only have one sad little ship?
yeah, the Soviet Navy is is almost a dream.
It's like their navy farted in the other room.
Oh, did you not get all my Air Force? I was gonna
There's
say,
a fighter. Would you like to scramble him?
Oh,
what are you attacking me with?
2 tacticals in my cruiser. The
did
Prince-
he
the
like
Prince
screw you
Eugen.
out of a unit?
I did. I
He
accidentally
tried
did this
to.
one. I just placed it though.
He remembered in time.
Are you gonna scramble it?
Heck no.
Okay. Awesome.
It's,
My 3 3s. Toast. Got him.
Got 3 hits. Steven, is he
every time. I never.
The thing with Xander though is he starts off strong and then at some point
This time we go full.
So at
I'm
some
winning.
point,
I'm winning.
it's like when you get promoted one level too high, he just miscalculates his stuff, and then
Well, your sad little.
Steven comes from behind and wins.
I saw that 6 from a mile away. Awesome. Bye bye, Baltic Fleet.
Yeah, well, use up all your good rolls on stuff that doesn't matter.
Okay.
And hello,
do you
Russian
want to do
front.
France or do you want to do?
Let's do Soviets first.
Soviets first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's just two infantry.
Yeah, 2 infantry and a tank here in Bessarabia. Worth absolutely nothing, which kind of sucks. Okay. My 1s. Got him. Got one.
Oh my god. Wait, I was like,
That's a 5. I got 1. And then my 3. Got it.
somebody's gonna be raging tonight.
Every time. This is the. I mean,
I'm just gonna place this here now.
You're a dill hole.
I have 3 guys. No matter what he does, I'm still taking the territory. 2 misses.
5 out of 6.
Yes. Okay.
Just
Eastern
keep
Poland.
everybody updated.
I came back for the other half.
You got to hit your 1 or less, 2 or less, 3 or less, or your 1 or your 2 or less. So you're hitting down. So 5s and 6s are always misses.
Oh, that's
1s
risk.
always hits.
Okay. Going into the rest of Poland. I want it.
Hey, where did these 2 infantry come
Oh
from?
my gosh,
From East Poland.
he just rolled 2 ones.
And they're toast. So you just leave them there. They just gotta fire back.
Am I gonna need to find somewhere else to sleep
Oh
tonight?
my
Because I
God.
feel like our bed's gonna be on fire from the rage that's
See,
emanating off
and
of
ball.
you.
Wait, where did you attack? Eastern Poland?
Poland.
I've got 2 infantry and 2 tanks.
You know, he's using up all his good luck before he hits France.
Sixes.
Now we actually get some change of hands here. Germany goes up 1.
Okay, so what are you doing now?
So this Eastern Poland is worth 1 IPCs. So since I took it, I go up 1 IPC, and he goes down 1 IPC. So now at the end of the turn, I make an extra $1.
So this
So
track.
this is the economic track right here. So this is how much money everybody makes.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Go Normandy Bordeaux here. This is another one that's fairly simple. As triple as that. Okay.
Hang
So
on.
my 1s, nothing. My 2 tanks, gone. 2 hits.
You got a 2 and a 3. 2 3s. Oh, but these are 2s, huh?
Yeah, they're 2. So
Hey, hey,
round
can
one
you
to two.
chill out? You're
I'm so
doing a bunch of crap.
I'm so excited. I'm flipping. I'm going. You can't slow me down. So I took Normandy Bordeaux. That's 2 IPCs off France. All right, now for the big chum. Okay.
You going after Paris?
Yeah. There's all those dudes. That red chip means 5, so he's got 6 infantry.
And this is
Spookalicious.
where the slog is going to happen right here. When you have a column of infantry.
My tanks, and then I gotta grab
Oh.
rest of the dudes. Some more infantry.
Yeah, that really cleared the board out, didn't it?
Okay. Artillery can move mechanized infantry and infantry up 1.
What's the green?
That's 3. So I had 4 mechanized infantry, but I only have 3 artillery. So only 3 of them get upped. Okay, so 2, 4, 5, 6 ones. Got 1, 2. My 6
Okay, hang on.
twos.
So you got 2?
Yeah. Two more.
You know it's bad when he stops
Smile, smile.
shit talking.
And
it's fine.
my 3. 2 more.
Look at that. All he did was clear out the infantry.
That was the goal. The hole was the goal, as Charlie once said.
All right. 6 infantry and 2 artillery all hit on a 1 or 2.
Did you just get 1?
Take an infantry.
So is that it for
No,
yours?
my tanks.
What do they hit on?
3s or
3s
less.
or less. So another hit. You lost 2. It cost you 2.
I lost 2 infantry. Okay. I'm going to push the attack.
Okay, hang on.
My 4 ones. 2 hits.
Okay.
Oof. He's feeling that one.
I know you Oofy's feeling that one.
2s. 1 more hit.
Okay.
And three more.
Okay.
So he just wiped you out, huh?
Yeah.
Easy. It's as shrimple as that.
What?
Artilleries, 2 hits.
Okay.
See, now I'm starting to
Taking on
roll
the
better.
infantry.
And 2 tanks, 2 more hits.
Who's an
Ooh.
infantry and a mechanized infantry? No, I'm going to take on artillery. Okay. Now, the fun part about this is since it's France's capital, I also get all of France's money. It's mine. Thank you. It's German now.
When you take somebody's capital, you seize their income, and that country no
Good
longer is able to collect income.
So they
So
can't
France
use
is
units.
basically
France is kaput.
Yeah.
yeah.
I also get
But
a...
you still get to use the units that are floating around, right?
Yes, yes. So, and as you can see on the board, there's not much left I can do outside of moving some infantry around to reinforce a couple of spots in Africa.
Oh, there's that AA gun too.
Yeah, these French units
Okay.
are basically stuck in the UK.
So now I've got non-combat moves. This fighter here is going to go land in Rome.
So this is where the other half of your
Those guys.
plane's movement happens. And then any movement that doesn't result in combat is considered a non-combat move and has to wait till after the combat is done. You also can't move through newly captured territories.
So, like, this that he just captured.
So yeah, he can't move anybody new into that territory.
He's got to
that-
wait till next turn.
Yeah, everybody that if he wanted to move them in, they had to go in and on with the battle.
Okay. And then someone was also explaining terrain. I don't know what they meant by terrain. I think what they meant was neutrals. So right now, I'm taking these guys, one guy from Norway and moving into Finland. Now, if you notice, Finland is a different color. It says pro-access. So I just go in as the Germans, and since it's a minor power and they don't really want to, simulate have another country's turn, they just join Germany. So their units come mine. I get their income.
Kind
that
of
kind
like how Sweden's neutral.
Yeah,
So Sweden
is a
is
strict
strict
neutral. They won't join anyone if you move in. If you move in, you attack them.
And if you attack one neutral territory, everybody that's a strict neutral also
They join the
join the
other team.
opposite side.
So there's
the only difference is
Mongolia. but
Mongolia. That's different.
they're
We'll
a
get
bunch
there
of
if we
beetles.
need to.
So there's pro access and pro ally.
So yeah.
So if as a
pro,
pro,
allies
since
that-
I'm the Axis, if I go into a pro allies, I have to fight them. If I go into a pro Axis, they just join me. If he goes into a pro Axis, they fight him. If he goes into a pro ally, they just join him. And it doesn't affect the other true neutrals. So basically, everyone's a true neutral. The only ones are Brazil's pro ally. Greece is pro allies and Yugoslavia are pro allies. Bulgaria is pro Axis. And then Iraq is pro Axis and all of Persia is pro allies. And then there's one special rule over there, which is Mongolia. They're a bunch of dipnards. If Russia attacks Japan, they just sit there. If I attack Russia, then they get pissed and join Russia. They also don't care about any other strict neutral. So if I went over here and attacked Turkey, they just give them flip them the bird and not do anything.
Okay.
So I think that is all of Germany's moves. So now I'm going to place my units. Place 2 infantry.
Oh, these are the ones you bought at the beginning, huh?
Yeah. I'm going to place 2 infantry in West Germany. And
And-
then
you have major and minor
Nope.
factories that have a unit limit. So your minor factories
produce
have
3.
a 3 on them, so they only produce 3 units per turn max. The 10, obviously, and if you are next to a sea zone, you can actually build naval units out of that.
How much money am I making? 37? IPC? Yeah, 37.
All right, so is that the end? Because we're at 27 minutes, so I think
Yeah.
we need to wrap this up.
Yeah.
That was Germany's turn.
All right.
So next is Russia.
Are you ready to go?
Turn 1. round 1.
Oh yeah, because we only did Germany last time. That video was 27 minutes long, and we only did Germany.
It's global. This is why last time we played, we did highlights.
No,
Okay.
look, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Russia's next. So, also rules clarification. We got schooled. I can only do either.
These two were intense conversation for like 48 minutes.
He gets to fire back at my submarine since I submerged. I can either submerge or shoot. So I shot. So I didn't submerge. So he gets to shoot at me.
So are we gonna let him shoot now?
Yeah.
We'll bring it over.
3 or less. Did you get him?
He got it too. Now he's even more disgruntled that somebody
And then-
pointed out his interpretation of the rules was wrong.
So
And
what was the other one?
The other one was I forget. There was 3,
Yeah.
but I remember the AA guns. Hey.
Oh, this the scramble. Hey.
Oh, the scramble. The scramble, you have to declare where they're scrambling
Before combat starts. So the rule is designed so that you don't make decisions halfway through a combat situation where you realize, oh, I don't need to send that fighter over there to scramble. I can.
They
Send
don't
it
want to
over
give
here
you a
to
leg
scramble.
up on anything.
So. Basically, I mean, it tracks because you can't scramble your fighters in one direction and then reroute them to another direction. It's just not how it works.
But since it's just us two,
He already knew I was going to scramble in that
Is
direction.
this the one that you're saying you're gonna house rule?
no.
No.
This third one here, technically in the rule book, so France had an AA gun with it. AA guns can be taken as casualties even though they don't participate in the battle if there's no aircraft. We don't like that rule. AA guns are just fortifications. They can't be taken as hits.
Okay.
If you're mad about that, wah.
Well, we're basing it on historical fact. You don't put your anti-aircraft guns out in front of your main combat forces.
And they're not
Which is,
targeted by units usually.
yeah.
I will call in an airstrike or counter artillery barrage on artillery, but I'm not going to counter battery or AA guns. Like, yeah, my infantry will overrun AA gun positions, but that's not their main.
Yeah, they're you're gonna target the combat units first. So we're gonna house rule that one.
So, anyway, it's Russia's.
All right,
turn.
Russia's
Okay,
turn.
let's
So,
get her down.
I am buying 3 artillery, 6 infantry, and a tank because I can't afford to waste money on expensive purchases like tanks because somebody attacked me. You're gonna pay.
You will cry about it. Sorry. Okay. I keep thinking Russia is part of the Axis. It's
That's-
weird that they're part of the Allies.
So yeah, it's Soviet Union. All right, so let's just pretend I put these in the mobilization zone over there.
Okay, because you're too lazy.
Well, I have to get up and move
So
around.
this is what you bought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really
All right, and I'm going to
conscripting
move
those.
my submarine 1, 2, 3.
That's good. Explain what you're doing, because this guy just like
So
scrambles the whole board.
yes,
And doesn't
I
say
nor-
was
norm-
blitzkrieging.
normal.
I was
normal-
lightning warring it up. You don't need to know what I'm doing until I slow
Normal
down.
combat or normal movement for ships is 2, but because he's leaving from a seaport, from a naval base, he gets an extra 1 added to his movement, so he can go in and strike that one there, and then
Leave the hipper alone.
it's toast, my man. It is toast.
D23 is just hanging out.
All right, and then I might regret doing this, but
YOLO.
Finland is at 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna take 3, 4, 5 plus the fighter. I don't have. I'm worried about this block of infantry and artillery coming in. They're still a ways out, but I can't. That's 12 infantry. Anyway, my other combat move
So you can do as many combat moves as you want, right?
As many as you're able to do
Yeah.
and that you want to do.
So I'm going to take the tactical and the fighter all the way down to Bessarabia. So it's movement of 1, 2, 3. So I can get there and then I
Same
can
rules
land.
with the naval base. Airfields give airplanes an extra movement.
And then I'm gonna regret this so much. Oh, I'm gonna regret
You're bullying him into being a little bit more aggressive, I think.
If I were
So-
him, I wouldn't pull off any major
So
incursions. I would back up.
so I'm gonna follow it up with 1 artillery, 2 infantry, and then I think that's gonna be it for my combat.
Okay. Should we do the naval battle first?
Yes, let us do the naval battle
Okay,
first.
so you're gonna go first, right?
Yes.
Or he goes first.
I'm gonna go first since I'm attacking, and my attacking with a submarine.
And then he's got, what do you have?
A cruiser and a destroyer.
So I cannot submerge because the destroyer is
And
there.
he also doesn't get surprise attack.
But I don't need surprise. I might need surprise attack.
2. It's a 2, huh? So you, hang on. Dude,
But you hit on a 2 or less.
it's a 3.
Yeah, I rolled a
Oh.
3.
You rolled a
So that
5.
was my 2. That didn't hit anything. My 3 though also
Not-
hit nothing. Are you
All
pressing
right.
the attack?
Yes, I am. Watch this. Watch this.
Okay, I watched it. You fail.
My 2.
I also watched you fail.
My 3.
Yes, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going.
My 2. Got him.
Oh, got him.
Honestly, everybody,
Don't touch the Klagsman.
that sub usually hangs out and does absolutely nothing.
Isn't that what you said last time and people
Yeah,
roasted you for the pronunciation?
Yeah, we'll do Finland.
All right.
Okay, so what do you have?
I have 5 infantry, so 5 2s.
Okay, and then what do you have?
I have 5 infantry as well.
Oh, so you're pretty evenly pinned.
No, his hit on a 2 or less. Mine hit on just a 1.
Why?
Because
Because-
mine are defending, so since I'm defending, I have time to build foxholes and set up machine guns and, defend it, lay down some minefields maybe. He's the one
I've
attacking.
got to cross open ground to take enemy positions, but they do have air cover. So my fighter is coming in, and
Oh.
he's a 3 or less. So combined arms, not in the rules of the game, but in the broader sense of the term. So 5 infantry and two
Got 2.
1s, and then my fighter got another 1. So you're down
3 hits.
3.
1.
1? Wow. Okay.
Are you pressing the attack?
Yes, I
Starting to learn the
I
lingo.
do not know if this is going to be successful. So the green one is my fighter. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 4, 10. So that is
Uh-oh, dice gate. Dice gate.
2 hits. That's
Dice gate.
a 3.
I think
Everybody.
you should re-roll
He
that
only
one.
That's a
needs 2
3.
hits. He only
That's a
needs 2
All right.
hits, so.
Dice gate. No,
And
nothing.
That's the Finn. Okay, I shouldn't say that. I'm gonna
Oh yeah, get in trouble because they did shut down.
They did shut.
It's not the Italians. I can't as easily make fun of the Finns.
All right.
And to be fair, they did do a lot.
Okay.
Right now, they're not doing anything.
That is Soviet, and it is just 1,
2
correct? Oh, it's
RPGs.
2. Oh, hey, how about that? 1, 2. 1, 2.
Oh, that's Arabia.
Okay, Bessarabia, which has 0 value.
Now, why are you fighting over it?
Okay, what do you want? What are you doing?
I have 2 infantry and a tank. Let's see, 3.
Fancy. What do you have?
Okay, I have 2 infantry and an artillery. So when an artillery attacks, I can move this guy up to hit on a 2 because he's supported by artillery. And then I have a
Is it just one guy? Because
yeah,
One-
it's a one
one
for
for-
it's a 1 for 1.
Oh, okay.
So, and then I have a fighter going in, and the tactical bomber gets to hit on a 4 because he's going in with the fighter as well.
What's
Your
that
goose might
fighter
be
doing?
cooked.
What fighter doing?
That one right there. The
Oh,
cabinet.
this one? He needs to land back in Leningrad. But,
Okay.
all right, so my 1 missed, of course. My 2s, this is where I really want to. I got 1. My 3 missed, and my 4 missed.
I'll take 1 infantry. Black is my 3. The others are 2. 1.
All right, I will.
I'm starting to deja vu of the Barbarossa that I did last game we played, where I got schmacked hard.
Okay, well, we'll see for the follow up on this. Okay, my 2s got
Nope.
nothing. My 3 got 1, and my 4 got another one. 2 more.
Got them both.
Okay.
My infantry, nothing. My tank, nothing.
All right.
A whole lot of nothing.
So I will move.
What are you?
My roundel back.
You're like,
Okay.
don't steal my stuff.
Yeah.
Now it's time for my non-combat moves. I'm going to take the 2.
So, did you take that territory?
Yeah, but it was originally his. So
Oh,
there's
so
no-
he doesn't get anything for it.
Well, there's
you
no-
usually would, but it just has no
the
value.
the number value here. So
Oh.
because that's a 2, that's a 2. Besso Arabia is nothing. So 2 2.
Well, so why did you want to take it?
That's what I'm saying.
Just for
You
funsies?
should have just let me have it.
He doesn't want you to have his thing.
His current armor is now only 2 tanks.
I did also forget to mention last round. I forgot to grab my 5 IPCs for
What is
having $5.
Oh.
$5 extra for having Norway and Denmark.
That's a fancy little coin.
Yeah, we've got.
You like special ordered those, didn't you?
Yes.
They're technically for Scythe, but they work very well for everything else that we play with.
Okay, so my non-combat moves. So yeah, he had 3 armor on the board. Now he only has 2 armor, which
But got a lot sitting over in France. What the frick are you talking about?
yeah, and they're all the way in France. So you got to get them on a rail all the way over here. And since we don't have rails in this
Xander
game,
has a love affair with France.
so do my non-combat moves.
Okay.
I'm gonna land my planes back here. Okay. And then move those 2 into Ukraine. And I have to move out of the Caucasus back up this way because I don't have enough units to go down and mess around in there. And I just know he's going to take advantage of that with the Italians.
Will you take advantage of that?
I apparently plan mean Italy.
So I was thinking earlier, what if we start opening these videos with you guys talking about your strategy?
We
For
can
the
do that.
round.
Well, that's gonna bump up the time even more. But
Well, I don't know.
If
Does
no one
anybody
cares
are
about-
people irritated with how long these videos have
I
become?
feel like after each round
If
we
you're
should
here.
do a strategy meeting. So.
Oh, okay.
Jarman
So
and
do the
Strat.
entire
So
round.
yeah, do the whole round, and then we'll do kind of
Okay.
where our strategy lies.
What do
after
you
that.
guys think?
Okay, I'm going to move 2 out of the Baltic states.
That fighter in Finland needs to land somewhere.
The fighter in Finland's going to land back over here.
Just keep me honest.
Oh, yeah, I bet you are.
Well, I heard rumors there was a second dice gate going on. And
Third dice game.
Third
We
dice.
already had second dice. We already
Alright.
had dice gate
I'm
2.0.
going to move 1 infantry division into western Ukraine. I will
Like how it takes your dad 8 to 10 business days to make his moves.
move the tank and the mechanized there.
doing my strategy.
Uh-oh. Do you learn from you?
Nah.
You learned it from watching
Well, I
you?
told him the other flipping day because we're still strategizing on how to beat my uncle because we've never won against him.
Yeah.
And so we were talking. I was talking about my Russian strategy, and he's already adopting it as his own. That's what I get for telling him how to
that's
do his
not-
Your
job.
dad, your
That is
dad,
exactly
your
not
dad
what's
likes to
happening.
glom onto things.
No, that is not what's
Okay.
happening.
Your favorite, Civ, the board game. Your favorite's Russia, who just steals technology.
Okay, Steven is the worst. He does not
Oh my
ever come up
gosh.
with things on his own. So, okay,
Bullcrap Napoleon.
shut your mouth for a second. I have spent the last 15 years curating a Spotify playlist of all, like, it has like 1,400 songs. So this guy decides he wants to start his own playlist, and he's like, I'm going to make yours longer and better, but then takes 98% of my list and moves it over to his. And then it's like,
Mine's bigger.
I didn't. Hey, I didn't put the stupid Daniel Powder song on from your playlist on my.
Okay,
playlist.
so
I didn't take your whole
he
playlist.
basically took my whole list except for about Daniel Powder, and then added 2 songs of his own. and
I
then-
don't have any Train on mine either, so deal with that.
Okay, are you
Okay.
almost? Are you almost?
Yes, I'm done with my non-combat moves. Now I'm placing my units. My minor factories only get 3, and then my major only gets 10. So I have to figure out how to drop those. So I am taking
10 what?
They can place
10 units.
Oh, okay.
So I am taking the 3 artillery. About 2 of the artillery and an infantry, and placing them up here. We'll chip these up in a minute. All right.
Nuts.
So I have 4 infantry left. Or no, 5 because I had 6, right?
Sure.
Tanks going there.
Where's there? Is that Prussia?
In Moscow.
Bum, bum, bum,
So, and then I will put
bum, bum, bum.
3 infantry.
Oh, don't worry about the extra models. We just have some flavor
Ukraine.
stuff like KV2s. And,
What are you whining about?
we've got more models than the base. The base game.
Oh.
So this KV2.
Oh, you're talking
So-
about because it's a different color.
Kinda.
I feel like these are the units that we did that unboxing for, isn't it?
I got more after that.
Oh my gosh.
I'm enabled by my job
This
now.
is a single man who lives at home and has no cares.
Okay.
Remember, every time I talk about leaving, my mom's like, "You don't leave."
No, I don't want to leave.
So 38. And then do I have all my national
You
objectives?
get $5 for having Archangel.
What's
And
Archangel? What are you talking about?
So Archangel, and then there's no Axis ships
Oh.
in season 125 off
My
Norway.
lord, how do you guys keep all these rules straight?
I just looked. So season 125 is right off Norway. This is to represent the.
It's like this random square on the board.
Well, the red square
history. I was about
represents-
to explain the history,
Yes.
and you're cutting me off. It's to represent Allied Lend-Lease reaching Russia, so he gets $5 extra.
Yeah, the sea lanes. Because you can't deliver anything.
Is it just this round, or is that like
For
it?
every
it's
turn, I
every
don't
turn.
have something sitting in 125, or I don't take Archangel, and no Allied units in Russia.
Yeah.
Only Russian units. So if he drops an American plane or a British tank
Yes.
somewhere, then
Yeah.
root.
British or American units anywhere in any of those.
Okay, so are we done?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, round 1.
Japan.
Japan.
I am spending a ton of ITCs. I start with 26. I have 1 left over. I'm buying an infantry
Hmm.
and 3 transports.
Slurp, as you say.
Okay.
Chest of coins.
Coinage. Okay.
Oh, okay, so you're
I'm over here.
flipping over there.
Yeah,
Hang on. Let me walk over here.
The other,
Excuse me, Abraham.
Okay. So this mechanized infantry, these guys are all gonna go there.
So Japan is this like
Orange color.
weird poopy color?
It's orange.
I don't know. It looks.
It's orange.
I don't like
It's
diarrhea.
pumpkin orange.
Sure.
what color would you have Japan be?
Hot pink. I don't know.
That look absolutely dreadful
Terrible.
on this map.
Terrible.
Okay.
They could be Easter colors.
That's not a combat move.
Pastel yellow.
But they could be. You could have like a mustard yellow. It's an earthy tone.
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
Okay. This transport up here is going to pick up this tank and this infantry and come down here to the Philippines. This transport is going to pick up this guy from Okinawa and that guy from Manchuria.
I get $5 every turn that I have control of the Philippines. So
Move this.
So how many
submarine.
$5 did you get? Because I feel like we did hold out like $38 worth of extra crap you were.
Destroyer.
So
Destroyer.
Should probably watch what your son's doing.
Aircraft
Go ahead and tell me.
carrier.
yeah, I spent all my coins.
Well, how much did you get last round? Or will you get?
I start out with 38, but because I have a neutral territory and I have the Archangel and open sea lane, I got extra $8.
Seemed like it was a lot more when you guys were talking.
I guess that's a non-combat move. Nuts. Okay.
Yeah, people are gonna roast us for non-combat moves
1, 2, 3.
Why?
because non-combat
One,
moves happen
two,
after your combat
three.
moves.
Okay. Why are they gonna roast you?
Well, they roasted. We got roasted for our submarine
I know.
rules
Oh.
Apparently, our
and our announcement of
Well,
it's
follow the rules.
we don't play in tournaments, and so we're very casual in our combat.
What are you doing?
He's taking a bunch of freaking Chinese territory.
facts. Okay. Combat moves. I think. That's what I'm doing. Combat moves.
What are the odds I could get on the other side of you
Go ahead.
for the rollage of the dicage?
Of course.
Okay. Okay, so what are we doing? No, Abraham!
I'm just moving them over here so that I can bring my nice tower. Okay. So first things first, we'll just do the easy ones. France goes down to Dad. French Indochina. I guess
Why is it going down?
Because
I took it. So,
Japan just invaded.
France loses 2. I gain 2. I'm
Oh, is it
taking-
because nobody was there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just take it for free.
Oh.
Same thing with these 2 Chinese territories. So Japan goes up 2 more.
and China goes down to
Yes.
Who's playing China?
the United
It
States.
is. But they're their own thing. But
Is that the green ones
the
there?
lime green, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Combat time. Which one do you want to do first? We'll do Hong Kong because it's gonna be a bloodbath. Okay, so I've got 2 infantry, an artillery, so that boosts that. A fighter, a tactical, so that gets boosted, and 2 strategic bombers.
Okay.
And he has 2 infantry.
Yeah, it is going to be a bloodbath.
Okay, so my 1, nothing.
Ha!
My 2, got 1. 1. Fighter, nothing. And my 4, got him.
It's a good thing you brought those 4s. Nothing, of course.
Let's go. That's a victory city.
What does that mean?
6 victory cities in the Pacific, and I win.
Hey, I still have 1 infantry there. Oh, you did.
I
get
killed
him.
2.
You did get him.
Oops.
You did get him.
Destroying the United States.
I just tried to put my elbow on these guys.
So the Eastern British lose 3 IPCs, and Japan goes up 3.
Did you just gain like 7?
$3. It's Hong Kong. It's a financial hub. Okay. Do you want? Oh, I guess we were supposed to ask. Do you want to scramble this fighter?
You're still not doing the rules right, even after you got called out.
Well, I'm not gonna scramble the fighter.
Okay.
Remind me again what the heck scrambling the fighter means.
If you have a fighter on an air base next to a sea zone that is being attacked, then you can launch your aircraft to help defend the naval units.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
I
I've
feel like
got
I might have zoned out last time.
2
you told me.
destroyers, a submarine, a fighter, and a tactical.
Okay. What do you have, sir?
I have a sub, a defending sub, and a defending destroyer.
Okay.
Okay, so my 2 got one. My 3 got the other one.
Oh.
All right, my red is my sub.
Yeah, MacArthur's not getting away this time.
Yeah, your dad got nothing.
And, 2 5s. Awesome.
What are these?
Oh, these are for Axis and Allies miniatures. They're my Japanese
Oh.
aircraft carriers. Sorry.
They could sit there. I wasn't like offended by their presence. I was just asking what they are.
Working on painting them. Don't look at them. They're ugly right now.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
she
now
she just mocked the color of the
now I am
The
landing
regular
troops
pieces.
on the Philippines.
And look at this. Look at this. P-38 Lightning is gonna go right up here on my 4. My infantry up there on the 2. Corregidor. I'll fall back to Bataan. And
2 infantry,
you
an
are not gonna kick
artillery,
me out.
a tank, and a fighter. Yeah,
It's gonna take more than that.
Okay, so infantry, nothing.
Boo.
My 2s, got one. And my 3s. One more, so 2 total.
All right. The 2s are my infantry. Or the reds are my infantry.
Nothing?
No, I got one.
Oh,
That's my
right,
that's
you
my
got
fighter.
more.
This is my 4.
I'll lose one side infantry. Okay, my 2s. Nothing. That's not a good sign. My 3s. Got him. It's toast.
Dang it!
Awesome. So now that is another victory city of Manila. I go up 2 victory points. And, or not victory, IPCs. And yeah, that goes down 2.
1, 2.
Okay. Non-combat moves. Fighter's gonna go land back here on Formosa. I'm going to move these guys. I guess that would have been a combat move. Whoopsies.
Hey,
Sorry.
quit cheating.
I'm gonna put a submarine and a destroyer here in Season 16.
Ooh, I'll sink that, I think.
You should say every time he cheats and, quote, forgets to do something, you get to resurrect one of your troops.
What the frick? No! It didn't
Resurrect
matter.
the
There was no one here to defend, so it's not like I was doing it after. The Akagi's gonna dump its air group on Japan and...
Kagi's gonna think you're calling him.
Yeah, he is. Someone down here. So actually, I'm gonna pick that up.
So you didn't land on Formosa, you landed back on the carrier.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Because there's no point in having a fighter on Formosa. If you have a carrier.
All these dudes need to...
Awesome.
Okay.
Is that it?
Yeah, and then placing my units. I only have 1 factory right now, so they all dumped here in Japan.
Perfect.
Which officially brings Japan into the war.
I was
Or
in
the United
Oh.
States into war.
Yeah, because I attacked.
Oh, I was like, what are you talking about, Jib?
Okay.
I feel like the U.S. didn't enter the war last time until like round 7.
No. What I did last time is absolutely take the fight to him. I went and took the Hawaiian Islands, so then he couldn't do anything. He was kind of...
Oh, that's right, the infamous Hawaiian Islands battle.
He's so pissed.
Okay, and I make 35 IPCs.
Okay, is that it?
Yeah. Because I don't get any national objectives because they kind of skimped on
So-
the Japanese ones.
Japan has as a national objective. It gets 10 IPCs if they're not at war with the United States. So the advantage of waiting to attack the United States is that you end up with, because it's the 3rd turn, right?
Yeah.
So theoretically, you could earn 30 IPCs by not attacking the Philippines or the Hawaiian Islands. but strictly fighting Chinese, the British, and Anzac. But that's never that's. There's a lot of people have given you the J1 attack as the better example, because if you wait, U.S. just will dump money into a bigger fleet while you're spending your 30 IPCs on units that are being taken as casualties and stuff. So anyway,
All right, good deal. Who's next?
Next is America. America, forget.
Round 1,
United States.
America's turn.
yes, indeedy.
Okay, I feel like America, sorry, excuse me, didn't enter until way later the last time we played this.
Yes.
What's different with this one that they are?
No, I attacked him first turn last time.
No, you left the Philippines last time.
I don't think you did. I mean, I can go back and fact check that.
Pretty sure I did. I attacked the Hawaiian Islands.
Yeah, but that wasn't the first round.
Sure it was. Is
Do you feel like that?
Okay, you may have to go back and research it, but
Okay.
I feel like
Well, whatever. It doesn't matter. These videos are already too long. So I'm not going to argue. But when I go back and I am inevitably right, like I always am. Okay, so.
All right, so my purchases, I am purchasing 2 transports and a destroyer for my for my Atlantic Navy, a carrier and a tactical bomber for my Pacific Navy, as well as a infantry unit for the West Coast.
So are the Americans like, they're like here and over there, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Nice thing about the Axis and Allies board is they split the United States in half because the main focus is other places within the United States. So, all right.
What, the Americas aren't the main character? What?
Well, we are the winners of 2 in a row.
it's just there's not going to be any fighting usually in the Americas, so they can afford to just put them out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, my opening moves. Are you guys ready for this?
I was born ready.
Go ahead.
Nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Oh,
They are.
Okay. Well. That was anticlimactic.
So, I am definitely moving my sub and my destroyer up to midway. Wow. You know what? Let's do it. I'll combat him.
So you're not the only one being aggressive this go around, apparently.
Yeah, I don't know why he's doing that.
Are you going to regret this decision?
Most likely.
Is it going to be like when you went after the Hawaiian Islands last time and then you regretted it?
No.
Credit
it won't
every
be.
life.
I'm going to win because I have the advantage on that one.
Okay, so you headed
Okay,
here.
and then over here, I don't have any combat I can engage in, so we'll just go ahead and resolve this destroyer sub
Who's
first.
the gray?
The 10 is British, so there's
Oh.
Canadian forces.
Okay, so they're on your side.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my sub hits at a 2 instead of a 1 when it's attacking. So, all right.
Oh, you
I got one.
Take on the sub. Alright, my submarine hits at a 1. Nothing. And my destroyer is at a 2. Nothing.
All right, I'm going to press the attack. Got him.
Oh my gosh. Is your dad actually going to have a good rolling round?
Yeah, I missed. So I got a 5.
So you didn't regret that decision.
No, I did not. But what it does is it puts this destroyer and sub in a screening position that I don't need a screen for.
What does a screening position mean?
It means that he can't move units through that sea zone without fighting those guys.
Oh.
So that's what he did to me by putting the destroyer in transport. So now I've just
destroyer and submarine.
or destroyer and submarine. Okay, so now it is my non-combat moves. So
Can you just not do a bunch because you're over there all by yourself?
yeah, that's. I mean, I don't have
contact with any enemies just yet. So I am going to do the midway. And I'll go ahead and put my cruiser up there. And my battleship. And then as far as non-combat moves, I will take my infantry. Oh, I shouldn't leave that transport there. Take my infantry and a mechanized infantry on the transport down there. There's a non-combat move. So they're in the Hawaiian Islands. The other transport's going to come back to Pacific. I'm going to move my fighter out over there. And then I will place my units now. Infantry. I got a fully loaded.
So before the round starts, do you have to specify if they're going to go on this side or this side?
I'm not sure. I usually do because that's part of my plan.
But I don't think
But
so.
no, like if you purchase units and you don't have, like, say you lose a factory in it,
You can like put wherever you want.
yeah, you
when the
can
time
liquidate your.
Comes. Okay.
All right, and then non-combat moves over here on this side. I'm moving everybody over to East Coast here. And
China's next.
destroyer. And that makes 3 transports. Destroying this up. Okay, so that is the United States. They are
Collecting their $300 billion.
50 straight, and then it gets 10 for owning East Coast, Central, and West Coast. 5 for Alaska, Aleutian Islands, Hawaiian Islands, Johnston, and Line Islands, which is those. And then 5 for the West Indies. So Mexico, Southeastern Mexico, Central America, and the West Indies. So those over there. So
Okay.
that's 30. So no, that's 40. That's 50, 60, 70.
They do make a lot more money than anybody else, don't they?
Yeah.
So how many more countries are left in this round? Just China?
So China, and then it's the UK, Italy, Anzac, France.
Oh, okay. So we still have a ton to go in this first
They're
round.
really
The
the
rest
UK
of
is going to be the big long one, and Italy takes maybe about as long, but like Anzac, China, and France are not that
Well,
long.
China goes next. Now, China's piece of cake. Unlike other countries where you have factories where you place units,
We're gonna listen to Stephen Yap. I'm gonna come sit down.
the
here.
the territories controlled by China don't have any industrial production. Therefore, they can only purchase infantry units. They do get 1 fighter, which represents the Flying Tigers, the American Air Force attachment of volunteers that went over to help China.
There's also the
They have the Burma Road.
Burma
so
Road. So
if we
What's
look
the
on the
Burma?
map here, they have this little red
Where's
line.
the stick?
Look
Where's
on the
your
map.
stick?
The little red line here that goes all the way into India. That is the Burma Road. Now, as long as China controls the Burma Road,
the whole thing.
all the territories it passes through, they can purchase Chinese artillery.
Which normal game, it's just American artillery. That we're
But we're out of control, so we got
so
Chinese
we-
Oh my
Chinese
gosh,
artillery.
you guys! I know people were like, "Where are you getting all those units from?" And it's what historicalboardgaming.com.
Yes.
Yeah, and then we've also
Not a sponsor, but boy howdy, we love those guys.
yeah, we also our Axis and Allies 1941. Some of the pieces are most of the pieces are different, so we kind of just games together.
So, as China, I use my $12 to purchase 3.
Wait, are we
artillery.
starting China right now?
They're fast.
Yeah,
I
fast.
figure we just-
I'm not gonna.
Are we just gonna glom them onto America?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
So, and because there's no industrial production.
You-
Whenever I buy units, I can place them right in the territories they want to.
Just
So,
bum holes. That's what it is.
He
Basically
thinks it's
cheating.
bumhole anything that doesn't directly, isn't directly.
Well, you can take a territory and
asset
then just
for-
place dudes there.
Why do I feel like the last game we didn't even talk about China? Did you guys just take them out and then
China
they were never
has,
they were never part of any of the highlights? I guess.
Yeah.
because China is a tough one to operate. So,
Says you. I clap with China.
please.
Xander fricks with China.
Just saying.
This guy just woke up from a nap, so he's kind of sleepy.
I took a mega nap.
And then China can only move within its own territories as well.
Oh, so it can't like branch
So
out.
it can take what Japan. So these territories are controlled by Japan at the beginning of the game, right? But they can't take anything other than Chinese territories
And Hong Kong.
and Hong Kong. So I can't use China to go into the Soviet Union, right? They are only at war with Japan.
They also can't get in transports and leave.
Yeah.
They have to stay.
Okay.
So
Was that it?
I
And they
moved
make-
a couple infantry around, and then
10 IPCs, and
Puts them
then
here.
and then the
Burma Road, you get 5.
five or 4. I think it's only 4.
I'm sure it's 5.
Are you sure? We'll check. We'll check.
Do we have 2 sets of rules?
Oh, it's
One's
6.
Nuts. It's one for Europe and one for Pacific. So
Xander loves it when he's wrong. He's about as happy as I am when I'm occasionally wrong.
So it's 10
Dude,
currently.
that's 2 extra.
Oh,
infantry.
also somebody asked where we got these coins. I'm pretty sure I answered, but you just got them off Amazon?
Yeah.
I think you would-
Steven
Yeah,
said
there's scythe coins that are
just search metal scythe coins.
yeah,
See.
for the game side. And we end up using them for just about every other game that requires
coinage.
because cardboard tokens are okay.
We used to use poker chips.
Yeah.
And then our holder for that broke, so now they're just kind of in a bag.
Yeah.
We use the money from which one is that? 42.
Oh, my original.
Oh, your original
Yeah.
original Axis and Allies, but there's not enough of that. It gets stretched real thin. So now we use both. So
Yeah, and it's easier to separate because the UK has 2 separate economies, and so I use the paper for the British, the European theater, and the coins are for the British Pacific theater.
pretty epic. Anyway,
And we did post a video on Steven's channel. What were you talking about? Sea lions or something?
Yeah, Operation Sea Lion.
Operation Sea Lion.
So if you like listening to Steven yap, then it's Steven the favorite.
Well, yes.
Okay, round 1. Whose turn is it?
The UK.
UK's turn.
Mhm.
Yes. So, 2 separate economies. We have the European economy on paper. I'm getting a destroyer and 2 fighters.
Now this you do have to specify who's getting what.
Oh, before the round starts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So-
he can't cheat.
Rude.
That's because it's 2 separate economies. They want you to make sure that.
Okay, and
You're
then
declaring it at the
in
beginning.
the east, it is going to be 1 destroyer and 2 artillery. So,
West, east. Okay.
all right, and then
What is your plan, good sir?
combat moves. So, I'm going to take my cruiser from the. I get an extra movement from the naval yard here. So it's 1, 2, but I'm not going to use it. I'm going to stay right there with that that submarine. I'm going to move my battleship over. 1, 2.
Is that battleship damaged because it's on
Yep.
its side?
It is. Then the hard part is I don't like losing units in the Mediterranean. They're hard to replace. Since obviously the Italian Navy is way bigger than any of my British forces.
Bum bum.
It's hard.
I
It's hard-
contemplated
it's hard
taking
bleeding for
the cruiser 1, 2, and 3. The cruiser against this right here would be a good fight. But all of this is no match for that battleship and that cruiser there. So I'm going to run like I usually do through the Suez Canal. Now his ships cannot pursue me because he has to have both sides.
Oh, and since you own it, then he can't use it.
Correct. So I'm going to do that. Well, actually, that's a non-combat move. I can't do
Okay.
non-combat.
How come you didn't catch that?
Because I make the same mistake.
Oh, okay.
All right, and then it's frustrating. It's frustrating. Do I attack him?
Yes.
So he's got 3 infantry,
A tank.
artillery.
and a
Mechanized. His Italian force is pretty sizable. I don't
Give a
have.
fat ham fist. 'Cause
Yeah.
I can't see what you're doing.
Sorry. So I only have 2 infantry, 1 artillery, and 1 tank. So he's got me beat by 2 infantry there. I can bring the fighter and the tactical in.
Would it be better to wait around and get him next time? When you-
Well, the problem is he's if I don't do anything, that leaves his transports free to just wreak havoc. So I've got to thin out his numbers. So that's what I'm going to do. Go 1, 2, and then I'll take this one from Malta. 1, 2, we're in artillery, and then okay, I will take the mechanized from there as well. He can travel too. So hopefully that gives me the edge. I don't think
so
it will.
you're gonna try and take these guys down.
So yes, I'm going to try to eliminate Italian forces out of North Africa. East Africa's going to have to. East Africa's going to be the problem. Anyway,
Okay, combat
let's
now.
do it. Let's do the combat. Or should we go ahead and do the East?
Oh yeah, you got to do your combat moves there too, right?
Yeah. But I don't think I'm going to do any combat on the East.
Okay, so it
be
is
here.
just this.
Yeah.
Whoop. Sorry.
Sorry about the coughing, folks. My asthma's acting up. It is the springtime. Also, somebody was yelling about, because we videoed a little bit of a Akagi last time, and somebody was like, that cat is going to get up there and wreak havoc on the board. He's actually a pretty good boy.
Yeah. He has not.
Most of the time, sometimes they get up and they walk around the Pacific.
Violet sometimes likes to get up and lay, but she always lays in a part that doesn't have guys.
They're
All
good.
right.
They're good kids.
All right, opening salvo here. I'm going to do my 2 infantry, both missed. My infantry artillery, 1 hit. My 2 3s. Of course, nothing.
You
And my
used up all your
4.
good luck.
1 more.
Okay, so you got 2
Yeah,
hits.
2 infantry.
So
Okay. I
you're
have-
taking it on these 2
Yeah.
tokens there.
I've got 5 2s and 1 3. 1 hit. Wow.
Oh,
Sounds
Oh.
bad. It is the Italians. I don't know what I was expecting.
that's true.
Are the Italians as bad as the French? Because I feel like that's usually what you say about
Well,
French.
Look.
when both world wars you switch sides,
I guess that's true. They're
You-
kind of the same as Russia, huh? Where Mussolini.
Yeah, once Mussolini was out, the Italians were like, we didn't want this war. We're Italian.
it was all his fault.
We want to drive our scooters. And
Yeah.
Okay, so are
Anyway,
you pushing the attack?
yeah, so my 1 mechanized missed. My infantry artillery combo got 1 more. My 3s, come on, 1 more. And my 4, let's do it. Yes,
Oh.
1 more.
Okay. My
We need to catch you after a nap more often because you like slowed down.
What the
You're not-
heck?
You're not like
Okay.
5 steps ahead of me.
My reds are my 2s, the 3. Okay,
2.
2.
He's mad.
I'm not mad.
You're like clapping his cheeks over here, and you're mad over losing 2 units.
All right,
He doesn't
artillery.
want to lose anything. In his perfect world, he
He
would just
threes.
steamroll and lose
He doesn't
nothing.
like Xander touching any of his.
One.
No, dice gate. Dice gate.
That's a 1.
Re-roll it. It's on the side.
I like that. Reroll it.
If it's on the side, we're re-rolling it. We're not doing dice gate again.
Do I reroll both of them or just the one
Just
that
the
didn't?
one.
Freaking bullcrap, Napoleon. And my tactical.
That's the new rule.
Got him. Okay.
Okay. My 1, 3.
Hang on. I stepped on my pants.
Got one.
You got one.
On my way out.
Okay.
So what are you taking?
I took Tobruk.
Well, hey, which one are you losing? Because he hit you one.
I got one guy on my way out.
So you got to keep this guy honest.
Okay. So the problem here is, Heather,
Oh.
although I have 3 units here, the planes cannot take territory. Only the tank can.
I've got a suggestion for you. It's Tobruk. It doesn't have any monetary value. Just lose the tank. You did what you came to do.
Put the artillery there. No.
He came, he saw, he conquered.
I was gonna say kill the tank and then keep the planes. You did what you.
No, I took the artillery as the.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I had an artillery and a tank left.
Oh.
All right. So I'm gonna land them back in Cairo. Non-combat move these guys back here. I'm gonna non-combat move
The tactical land
the
back there.
1 infantry. What do you mean?
1, 2. Oh,
Question my abilities.
You guys missed that look that Steven just gave him. Could have
Alright.
melted his
I'm
face.
gonna non-combat him
Flash
there.
right off.
Non-combat him there. Non-combat him there.
Can he move that far?
Yeah, he's got a naval
There's
base down there in
so
South
it's
Africa.
1, 2, and 3.
Squished Africa.
It just looked like you went like 24 territories.
Because you do. He's
Yeah. So 1, 2, and 3.
touching anything over here.
Yes, I am. Don't worry, I am not going to leave that battleship out
Okay,
there for
let me-
your Aikido Butai to, I don't know, sink it.
Well, Prince of Wales is showing there, and it shouldn't be.
Yeah, well, he's running away too, like a bitty baby. Run him
Oh.
back there.
Over here, I'm submerging that submarine just so we don't get
You don't get yelled at.
I don't get yelled at.
Okay. I am, however, going to run that infantry guy there.
Make sure you designate that's now British.
Yes. And then
I said that, and
And then he doesn't do
then
it.
it just hangs out.
is the game over yet? No. Good grief, kid.
What are you wrestling with here?
Where to put these? Because I want them close to the front, but I don't want them in danger. But I think I'm just going to go ahead and move them up as well. And then that's it.
Okay, did you put the token or whatever that Xander was whining about?
I need 2 of those because we also need stone on Tobruk.
So yes, Tobruk is now mine.
And Eastern Persia.
Eastern Persia.
Thank you.
Is that so you know if he leaves that territory,
Yeah.
then you know
Yeah,
who
who
controls it?
Signifies who controls it.
Unlike Risk, where you need to leave a guy every territory, you can just leave.
Alright, so India gets another destroyer and 2 artillery. Placing my 2 fighters in the UK. And placing my destroyer here so that he cannot. And then repairs happen at the end of the turn.
They happen at the start.
Bum bum.
It's purchase and repair units. So it's sitting there damaged for another turn. So we'll see if I come back for it.
Well, I have a destroyer.
If you come
here
finish
now.
it off.
Well, what he's going to do is he's probably going to take this sub in as well as those two. Try to finish it off. He does not want a British battleship.
You grab your money, and you better wall on the fact that this is going to be the one turn where he gets the British national objective. Where
What's the British
if
national
you have
objective?
all of your original territories, you get $5 extra.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen for very
Well,
long.
it's easy because he's going to just go ham over there in Africa.
I am.
He's very excited, I can tell. All right, so is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
I think put in your votes now for our side quest game. We're gonna put together a couple of games, and Steven's
Undaunted.
kind of feeling undaunted. I had a vote for our Aliens game.
Another glorious day.
What was the other one you were saying that we haven't played?
And Memoir 44. Where is Memoir 44? Is it downstairs?
I don't know. It might be downstairs. What's this train game?
Oh, Colt Express?
Oh,
Oh, we can do Colt
fun, yeah.
Express.
You
So-
can play that one.
that'd be kind of funny if I played.
The pace can too. It's
Yeah.
super easy. It's
Colt Express is
Okay. Put in your votes now, and then we'll have an official video voting on which one.
listen. Tell your friends to follow, because if we get more followers, then we can have actual polls. And
That's true. Also, I would like to be able to make
you
playlists.
found it.
So Memoir 44.
All right, good deal.
I don't know why you're looking at me first.
Hello, Xander.
It's round
Round
one.
one.
Italy. I start with 10 IPCs. I'm buying a transport and an infantry. All right.
What are you doing? Explain yourself.
Submarines coming over here. This destroyer's coming over here. This cruiser.
So who do we have left? Italy, and then
Anzac and
Anzac
France.
and France.
okay. So we're about done with round one, and then we'll do a strategy video.
Strat video.
I think we'll have you guys each talk about your strategy for this round, and then what your strategy is going forward. Look at these tiny little cannons. They're super cute.
Which ones?
The little cannons over here.
The little ones for China.
Yeah, I love it.
Taking 2 infantry from Daya here. Rome, technically. Artillery and a tank from northern Italy. Actually, put these guys up too. Okay. So one
Also-
transport's gonna come over here with the battleship.
I think we might be shadow banned again, because I said frick yeah on my last America video, and now we're not getting any views. So good times.
What do you want me to sing?
Okay, what are you doing?
I'm declaring
So,
my attack.
Which transport moved
I know,
the
but
guys
narrate
to?
what you're doing.
To where?
So which transport moved the tank and the infantry?
It doesn't matter. They both came from the same place. They're both from here.
Okay.
They both
And
have
then
equal
one
accuracy.
transport dropped them, the other two off over here.
On Alexandria, yes.
You taking your fighters
To go
From-
into Tobruk there.
to support the infantry and
Tobruk
artillery
is
there.
the one in North Africa that was a big deal, right? I feel like
Yes.
you guys talked about it a lot.
Yes. And there's Malta, the island of Malta. Seriously,
Okay,
that game just,
so
the game's awesome.
taking most of my navy, the Reggio Marino over here to blow this out with that bomber. Taking the guys from Libya and the 2 fighters from Italy over here into Tobruk. I'm dropping off infantry and artillery here in Alexandria. I'm navally invading Transjordan. I moved out of Ethiopia into Anglo-Egyptian Sudan and out of Italian Somaliland to Kenya. Did you move values?
No, I haven't moved any values yet.
Which-
So
Why does he need to move values?
He landed uncontested here, so that's an
Oh.
automatic victory.
There's no one here to contest me for those, so I go up 2.
So
Britain down 2.
Britain down 1, 2.
And then Italy.
Italy goes up 2. 1, 2.
Okay. And then we'll do Transjordan here. So first my battleship gets to do a bombardment.
Okay, where are we doing?
Right here. So first my battleship gets to do a bombardment. It gets
Which?
1 shot at 4.
Nothing.
Got him.
Look at that pain. Let me see.
I rolled a 5, so
Yeah.
it's hit.
So yeah, he's toast. Make him go down 1 more because Italy just took Transjordan. Okay, and we'll do Tobruk here.
So are we not moving the pieces off, or
There's like 1.
where's Tobruk again? Oh, so he only has like 1 tank.
Yeah. Okay, so my 2s. Got him. I rolled Snake Eyes.
I got one of yours. Mwah!
Over here, wait.
Infantry. Okay. The tank dies. I took Alexandria back. My fighters are gonna land here in the. Oh, sorry.
What?
And then
This is an
grenade.
actual fight, so. So I've got a bomber, submarine, a destroyer, and 2 honkin' cruisers. So
Okay, what do you have?
I have a cruiser and a destroyer. This
So
is
2
what's
and a
called
3.
overkill,
So
but...
I have 2 at 2. Got 1.
Okay, you got my destroyer.
2 at 3. Got him.
Okay.
That's a bummer.
All right. The red is my cruiser. Got 1. What are you losing? What are you losing?
The submarine. Oh. That will land back there on Italy. Have these dudes here. Okay. And and finally I'm gonna take an infantry into Bulgaria, and it's pro-Axis, so it just joins.
So why did you just pull one from this other?
Yeah, I pulled one from Albania, and then they just joined me. So
And that moves him up 1 more. Now, what he's successfully done in this round...
Is that the end of your combat?
yes. So
Yeah,
I'm
what
gonna
he's
place my
successfully done in this,
transport
in this round is that he's eliminated every surface vessel that's not Italian in the Mediterranean.
So I gain, what am I at? 14?
So
What
he's
about
going to get
these?
5.
They're on an island.
Yeah,
Oh.
those
They're not
are-
ships. So I gain $14, but then there's no more allied ships, so I get 5 more.
Now, he's also, by landing here, locked me on the other side of the Suez, so I cannot attack him directly with this fleet, which is a smart thing for him to do. I knew he was going to do that.
I feel like the second I say that you're in trouble, though, he goes 1 step too far, and then you come up and
So,
clap his cheeks.
early game is easy.
How
'cause-
many times have you won?
I just won that last game.
And your nips are nipping.
So, get a load of this. Italy only has 12 IPCs to start out with.
10.
Or 10 to start out with. Anzac only has 10 to start out with. But Italy starts out with a whole bunch of units in here that could cause a lot of damage. Whereas Anzac is relegated to this back corner.
Well, yeah, they're
It doesn't
clear off.
have-
They're clear off on in the
Australia.
ocean, and
So my point is, Anzac doesn't lose as much as many territories and is not in direct conflict as easily as Italy is. So Italy will start out sooner in the game, being powerful, but as Andrew clearly knows and understands, Italy has to strike hard, fast, and be able to consolidate victories, or it all goes away. Because I've got a factory way far in the end. So there's a factory down in South Africa. And I can move units in from India since I have a pretty sizable fleet.
Then he's moving it away from the Japanese.
But yes, this fleet has.
You want to do Anzac's turn real fast? 'Cause
Yeah.
it's like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we'll glom it onto Italy.
Anzac
I'm going to throw
is,
France in here too, because they're all going to be like 2-second turns.
Anzac is going to purchase.
And then that'll
a
be
fighter.
the end of the round.
Yeah, Anzac's going to purchase a fighter. Its movement is going to be to come over to New Zealand and pick up the infantry and move back over here.
What about that cruiser?
The cruiser as well is going to join the fleet.
That's not really a fleet. It's more of a task force, in my opinion.
It's the Anzac fleet.
This is a fleet. That is Budkiss. That's nothing.
Whatever.
Just making fun of your fleet.
It's gonna cause problems for you. Don't even worry about it. And then I will place my fighter
Sydney.
in Sydney.
Okay, so that's their whole turn.
And then they get $15
their
for
whole
doing
turn.
absolutely nothing.
I would like to get $15 for doing absolutely nothing.
That's what I'm saying.
And then
And then
next
it's France,
turn.
who they have no capital and no money, so they can't buy anything. So
Xander is very racist against French
I'm
people.
not racist against French people. It's just in this game we saw one. There's a shirt that's what is it? Fortune favors the bold, and it's got all the roundels, and then it's like unless you're French, and then it's got the French.
Oh my gosh.
So what are you doing?
He's
I'm
trying to get his money.
paying.
He's trying to boomer it up and get his money.
Paying the Anzac team. And then yes, he's right. France has no money.
And only infantry, except that lowly destroyer. Oh, and not artillery, but it's
Which you haven't done anything with, so I don't know why you're complaining. So I'm going right into non-combat moves there.
You're not going to attack me
There.
with those French units in southern
There.
France?
No, they both defended a 2. I guess they both
should
attacked
attack
a 2 as
Switzerland.
well.
It'd be quite funny and humorous if they attack Switzerland.
They can't reach Switzerland.
Oh, can they not?
Yeah,
oh,
they're
yeah, I
locked
forget
in.
because it can.
All right, and then
You could attack Spain.
this destroyer is going to.
I'm sorry, Abraham lords over Spain,
Up here.
and he doesn't appreciate that.
Well, Spain's a fascist country. It will help me out. Thank you, Abraham.
And that is all she wrote for now.
Okay, so that's the end of round 1.
Round 1. We are around to round 2.
Okay. Strategy videos upcoming.
Get out of my way.
All right, Xander Ross, we're going to talk about your strategy.
So overall, round 1, pretty successful on my end. I think I achieved most of my goals.
What were your goals?
My goals were attack Russia first turn so he can't do anything with them. Sink the British Navy around the British Isles. Take the Philippines and land extra forces in French Indochina. So I'll go into that now. So for Europe here, for the Germans, I'm doing an early push into the Soviet Union. Kind of stalled. Not my favorite. I kind of wanted to focus here on the south, but I think opportunity, I'm going to have to go north here, which less incentive for me because the south here has all of the resources, like the wheat and oil of Ukraine and the Caucasus. And the north doesn't have much for me except for Leningrad. But I need to salvage Finland here. My main goal was to sink the
Who
British.
has Finland right now?
He does, the Russians.
Oh, okay.
My main goal with the British is to just placate them. As long as he can't get any transports, he can't leave, which is good for me. So right now, yeah. I mean, a battleship's kind of scary, but a cruiser and a destroyer is not bad at
Well,
all.
one of them's damaged,
Yeah,
right?
the battleship's damaged, so that should be easy. I think the submarines will go in. Problem is he still has aircraft, so I don't know.
Yeah, he
about
has
that.
quite a bit of stuff right
Yeah.
there.
Also, clean up southern France here. He's got 2 guys. I've got a lot. So, what I did is I took most of my casualties on my infantry because they're slow. I saved my tanks and my mechanized infantry so that they could race over to Russia faster. So he's like, "Oh, we've only got 2 tanks here." Well, I've got 3 more that can show up, and 3 more just in case. I'm buying 2 more tanks.
Don't step on that guy.
Oh, yeah, he's being a turd. I've already got my purchases planned out. I'm gonna buy some mechanized infantry again. Get over there fast, and some tech rolls. Hopefully, I can get the jump on him.
What's the tech rolls again? I feel like that was a big deal last
So
time.
you spend $5 to buy 1 die. So I'm spending 15, which is a lot. And roll all 3, and you want to get a 6. If you get a 6, you get a breakthrough. You then pick one of these rows, and then you roll a die again, and whatever number you get is what research you get. So it's kind of random. So I was going to go with this top one here because what I really want is advanced artillery, which would be good because then, then my artillery are better. War bonds gives me extra money, or improved mechanized infantry. Then I won't need artillery at all. I can just do tanks and mechanized infantry, and the tanks will help them out. So increased factory production would be kind of nice, because all of these minor factories that I have in France would then be able to do 4 units instead of just 3. Paratroopers, niche, I might be able to use those. And rockets, that's the only one I don't want. They kind of suck.
Did your dad ever do
He tries, but
research?
he never gets them any
That's the only time he can't roll a 6.
Basically. So the Italians, what I've done is I've encircled Egypt. My main goal is to take Egypt. If I take Egypt, he's pretty much screwed, because then I can put a factory there and start fighting in the Indian Ocean. And this is the real goal for the Italians. The Italians, I'm just trying to take Persia and Iraq, because if I do that, I get the oil fields, they give me extra money, and I start a 3rd front with the Russians and the UK, and that helps China. So the whole Italian goal is here. I think what I'm going to do is send 1 transport to go take Gibraltar, because if I take that, then the Americans can't get into the Mediterranean. So that is the goal with that. The Japanese are tough. So my
Hang on. Excuse me, sir.
problem is the Japanese it's just them. Like the Italian and the Germans, they can help each other. Japanese just have themselves. So I'm going to try and keep China at bay. And I usually put a factory here in Shanghai and one here in Hong Kong. Those haven't worked very well. They're too far. So what I'm going to try and do is keep French Indochina reinforced and put a factory right there. That will then allow me to produce units closer to Britain. And then I also have all these guys to take the Money Islands, because if I take the Money Islands, I'm sitting pretty. The Americans, I don't know what I want to do. What I need to do is take him out quick, because then he has to spend time building up his navy again. But I think I'm just going to sit and...
I feel like the last time you attacked Pearl Harbor, though, it didn't go well.
Yeah, it didn't go too hot. So I think maybe I'll just stay back and keep enough on Japan to protect it from any attacks. Because knowing him, he's just going to bowl right through. But if I focus down here, I can maybe incapacitate Anzac. It's a lot of work for not much gain. Because their capital's all the way over here. My capital's all the way over here, which is where I make all my units. Very far. And so he can pretty much hit me on my way. And then I don't have much to take. So I think my main goal is going to be get Britain out. If I get Britain out of the middle here, piece of cake, because then China doesn't get their artillery, and I get a factory that I can start pumping into. So my hard goal is to take India, and Malaya is probably going to be my next target. So we'll see how that goes. The Japanese, I'm also building a minor factory. Oh yeah, for the Germans, I'm building a minor factory in, I think Poland is what I decided. Or that or Romania. Either or. Japan, I'm building a minor factory. I'm going to put it here in French Indochina. I'm also building a light carrier, so we'll see how that goes. Just some extra air cover. So
All right.
Hopefully that strategy pans out, but knowing me, it never does. It doesn't survive contact with the enemy. So
All right. Good luck. Okay. Are you excited?
Yes, I am.
All right. What's your strategy? Well, what was your strategy for this round that just finished?
Well, I have to base my strategy. This kid does something different every single time. One game it's take the Hawaiian Islands. The next game it's strike Sydney and hold Sydney. So
Do we believe that he can't hear what you're saying?
yeah, well,
Xander claims that he has his noise canceling headphones on, but he's down there yapping, so.
well, as the narrator would cringe when I
Is that
when I say,
my new title?
dear listener, gentle listener. So my plan is I'm going to increase the amount of aircraft on the UK. Obviously, I have to stock it up with infantry to protect, because right now he can only land a couple of units at a time so far, but he does have a pretty sizable air force. So I want to build up the UK. Obviously, I don't know that this fleet is going to last much. I just really want to clear out the rest of the surface fleet, and then when I get enough with the RAF, I can make sure that he doesn't build any more naval units. Because with his naval units, he's going to try to come around the top into Archangel, like he did last time. I want to be ready for that, because obviously he definitely is going to try to punch his way through. The U.S., my plan for the U.S. is going to be to feint to Gibraltar, and then if I can, come up to southern France. We talked about the soft underbelly all throughout Europe, or all throughout World War II. The soft underbelly of Europe is...
Yeah, because he kind of cleared you out in here.
Yeah. So usually what he's done in the past is used Italy to try to anchor the bottom corner down here so that he can focus his German units up here. So he'll split it up between here and here. So right now he's pretty distracted over here. So I feel like I can build up in Gibraltar, bottle it up there. And then the Chinese, I'm trying to spread out my force. Usually I fall all the way back and draw in all of his units, but this time it seems he's spread himself out pretty seriously. So I don't know that this is going to work. We're going to try it out. I think what I'm going to do is over here, I might try and move the rest of this fleet over here to really put the pressure on Italy. Now that leaves the Japanese fleet. He's going to try to come down here and take those. But what I'm going to try to do is press him up here, because currently he doesn't have as many units. Like, the bulk of his naval units are down here. He's just got a few with pretty sizable air force. But if I can keep the pressure on up here, and then, I mean, I can counter stuff down there with Anzac, but I'm not concerned about that just yet. I really want to...
Yeah, because Anzac is just so far away from everything else.
Yeah, and right now their navy consists of 2 ships versus the entire Japanese fleet there. They've got 1 transport, which makes it hard to island hop. So, yeah, that's... I mean, obviously, cranking land units out here and pushing them up through here is the only viable option. But yeah, I think I'm going to take the fleet over here and try to press Italy, because I feel like I can collapse Italy fast enough.
Look at that cat.
But yeah, if I feel like I can collapse Italy fast enough, then the Russians, I mean, I feel like I'm going to get hosed over here. He's got these columns of infantry coming. And of course, everything in Western Europe ends up being funneled over to the east. So,
Do you think you will be victorious?
fairly confident. I'm fairly confident. We'll see how confident I am in another couple of rounds. But yeah,
All right, good
that
deal.
is the old strategy.
Let us know if you have any questions.
So usually, Xander does a German attack on Soviet Union round one. He has done a second attack. It's usually at least by the second round he does an attack, getting all of his fast-moving, the tanks and the mechanized infantry over to the Eastern Front. But because I am such a defensive player, I usually roll my infantry and don't do anything but build infantry on that front wall. So for Xander, his most successful Russian campaigns or German campaigns against Russia have been that first round attack, because he gains much more, because he isolates it down to the factories, and the charge to the Soviet Union, or to the charge to Moscow, usually gets pretty close. Given me enough time, I just, I'm going to stack the infantry. I'm going to get tanks so that I can move down through the Caucasus. But yeah, his definitely Germany attacking Soviet Union first round against me anyway has always been very successful for him.